Hello there. Today I'm playing this game. I guess it doesn't really matter if you rewind time anyway then, because it's just kind of just does that anyway as a game mechanic. Ow, okay. Alright. That was interesting. I'm assuming these are grapes, because that is the name of the level. oh, almost in it again. Yeah, it's sometimes hard to tell which one's the ground and which one's like the ocean or clouds. Because obviously I know now that these are clouds, but on first glance it's not incredibly obvious. Alright, so I'm assuming I steal him. Roll, baby! Let's do it. Yeah! Whee! And what is happening there? Am I trying to outrun this thing? Oh, I am trying to outrun it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yep. I had a feeling there'd be something... Yeah, you bastard. I had a feeling there'd be something at the end of it that would prevent you from getting it if you let that thing outrun you. So that has been proven correct. Actually, you know what? I like the beam better. Yeah, give me the beam. Yeah, it's kind of confusing because there's a beam power in this game and there's a laser power. Oh, whoa, okay. This is a boss fight. Yeah. Ow. No, no! I'm assuming he's using the backdrop on me. Or another kind of wrestling move that Kirby knows for some reason. Oh. Gotta outrun the spark guy. Yeah, you die as well. No mercy. This is the Kirby genocide run. Yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking about playing Fallout New Vegas at some point, because I've never actually done those games as a complete bastard. So, I want to see what that's like. Because I usually play as a good character, with a little bit of gray in there. I'll sometimes steal from people in those games. Mostly just caps and, like, in Skyrim, just gold. Because the problem with, I don't really like, is actually something that was corrected very well by the Outer Worlds, and I'm going to take this power just to see what it is. Okay, and it became the beam. I sucked him up with the beam as well. But anyway, it's been corrected in the Outer Worlds. When you steal items in that game, you can sell it to pretty much anyone, and it's no different than a normal item, which is how it should be. But in Fallout and Skyrim, or I guess just Elder Scrolls games in general, when you steal, if you try to sell it to a vendor, it's like, nope, this item's stolen. It's like, well, how the hell do they know? I stole this, like, 20 miles in the other direction. How? Oh, nice! Got it, boy! But it's like, I stole this item 20 miles away from here. There's literally no way he could tell this item's stolen. Like, you steal, like, a bat. Like, there's zero indication that that bat belongs to anyone else. But somehow, it's just, the game writes it in the code that, hey, you stole this item, so now anyone you take it to. And you have to take it to, like, special vendors. Or there's actually, I think there's a perk where you can sell stolen items. And I get it kind of from, like, a balancing perspective, that you can't just steal items and go sell it to anyone you want. But, I mean, let's be fair, that's real. That's just real life. You could do that. You could do that here. So it's like, balancing or not, it's kind of silly that you can't sell those. But in the Outer Worlds, if you steal items or food or whatever from people's houses, you can actually sell them. And I'm going to steal this little snowman's power. Oh my god, and he's probably... Okay, we're good. I was about to say he's probably going to kill me. But yeah, the first time I stole from a house in that game and went to go sell it, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can just sell these like normal. This is great. The Outer Worlds made a lot of good changes to kind of like that Fallout formula, where obviously it's made by the people who made New Vegas, so easily the best Fallout game, and that is why I want to play that again at some point. Because that was even back in a time where I hated Fallout. When Fallout 3 was out, I was like, oh, those games suck. Granted, I was much younger, and I didn't really get those types of games, but Fallout New Vegas was the first one that I played, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I actually played through it about 3 or 4 times. I even did it on hardcore mode, which was very difficult, as you would imagine, being hardcore mode. That's the one where you have to drink water and eat food, and you can't heal just by sleeping in a bed. You actually have to go to the doctor, or use a stim pack. And actually, I think even the stim pack was only temporary, where in the main game it just heals you completely. But yeah, it basically just made the game a lot harder when you play it on that mode. Very not easy, but I made it through. Yeah, I've played through every story path, except for... I didn't beat the game on The House Always Wins, which is when, obviously, if you choose to align with House. Which was another cool thing about that game, is that you had, like, 5 different factions you could end up with by the end of it, or you could just play by yourself. And sometimes you can even do what I did, where it's like, I teamed up with House, and then when I got the chance to kill him and take over everything, I did. So that's why I didn't get the House Always Wins. On my initial playthrough, I actually got the wild card ending, because I got to that part where you find Yes Man, and he's like, yeah, I'll help you take over. I'll help you take over the strip. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. So yeah, my first playthrough, I got the wild card. I think I also got the... I don't know if you can get these in the same playthrough, but I'm pretty positive that I got No Gods, No Masters as well. That's one where you don't align with anyone. But yeah, even on my initial playthrough, I did... I technically aligned with the NCR, but I also betrayed them at the end, when it gives you the chance to. Where they come in, they're like, yes, we are now in control. And I was like, no, you're not. And they're like, you bastard. And then that's when the robot army shows up, and they're like, hello, NCR, you bastards, we're in charge now. And you basically surround them, and then you take over. So yeah, that was the ending I got originally, which, granted, probably doesn't sound like that much of a good guy run. But usually, I side with the forces of good. That time, however, I technically sided with the NCR, so I was doing the right thing. Oh, I did it again. And then when it gave me the opportunity to take out House, I did, because he was a bit of a bastard, so I feel like teaming up with him would have been a bit of a bad ending, so I just kind of avoided that. I, of course, avoided Caesar's Legion, because they're a bunch of bastards as well, a bunch of slavers, or as they pronounce it, Kaiser. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell they were saying for the first few times, when they were like, yes, join Kaiser's Legion. I was like, Kaiser? Who the hell are you talking about? And yeah, they're just saying Caesar, but they don't pronounce it properly. Which is funny, because all the other characters in the game are like, yeah, that's Caesar's Legion. So it's like they're the only illiterate ones that don't know how to say it. It's pretty funny, actually. Now, I wonder if you can steal these frogs, by the way. Might make you swim faster. But you can't steal them underwater, so I won't find out yet. But yeah, I have been thinking about doing pretty much mostly just evil run of Fallout New Vegas. Just run through and just kill, like, that starting area where you play in Good Springs. Just kill everyone there. And just start out with a bad attitude. Like, you kill that doctor guy if you can. And then probably join up with the Powder Gangers, stuff like that. You know, just be a real menace the whole way through. Go kill the Brotherhood of Steel faction. Because I've never played the game like that. I always try to do the right thing for the most part, aside from just, like, stealing to further my goal. Because I do also consider that. I do kind of consider the ends justifying the means when I play those games. So, like, right now in the Outer Worlds, I'm making all the good guy choices. However, I'm also stealing when I get the chance to. Whether it's ammunition, or bits, or weapons, or whatever the case may be. Anything I can sell for money, stuff like that. Because it's like, in my point of view, if I'm going to be saving the little solar system they have there in the Outer Worlds, I'm gonna need some resources to do it. So, you know, a few bits and a few weapons here and there, I should be able to steal. Now, I don't outright kill anybody, so I have some rules. Don't just go around and slow down time on everyone. Oh, I can use that rock. That's a cool setup here. Yeah, actually, I'm really loving the Outer Worlds right now. It was an amazing game. And I'm assuming I do this one... I'll save the last one. Okay, I might have screwed that up, actually. Because I think that one was going to allow me to jump. Wait, what the hell? Oh, you know what? Maybe I can suck that up, actually. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to do the other one first, and then it would push it up to the top. Yeah, I can't suck that up. Well... the more you know. But yeah, I'm really liking the game. The gameplay, the graphics, the visuals, all that. It does run a little slow sometimes because I'm playing on the original Xbox One. I don't have the Xbox One X, which I've actually been thinking about with Black Christmas. Black Christmas. That's a really horrible movie, by the way. Not only just from a scary perspective. Oh, but I made it. Okay. But it's also just a very, very grisly, dark movie. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's not very good. But yeah, with Black Friday, which is what I intended to say coming up, I've been thinking about getting an Xbox One X. Because realistically, the next generation is going to be a while down the road, so there's really no way to tell just when exactly it's coming out. They said, like, December of 2020. So, a little too far for me. I'm not going to wait a full year to get an improved console. And before anybody says it, I also have a PC. I have every console. I'm not just some guy that picks only one thing. I have them all. I'm just gonna run from this guy. Yeah, I do mostly like playing on the Xbox just because of the controller, and pretty much everything I have is just locked into the Xbox already. I have achievements and a lot of games lined up. And not to mention, that Game Pass is a crazy deal. How am I supposed to deal with this guy? I need to figure this out. Yeah, Game Pass is actually a really, really good move on Microsoft's part. Oh, these are the high jumps. Okay. So am I supposed to just high jump past this guy? I guess so, but I don't know why I don't just fly. You know what? Maybe the jump is faster so I can avoid him attacking me. Yeah, that's how this is supposed to be. Okay. So yeah, I was supposed to be getting the high jumps. Lesson learned. Oh. Whee! Yeah, that Game Pass, just an incredible deal. And also combined with the Microsoft Rewards, you can save a ton of money on that. Yeah, if you don't know Microsoft Rewards, it's for using like Bing and Bing on your computer, Bing on your phone. They do like daily quests. They do on the Xbox. They actually have some quests built into that too. And beyond that as well, they also have Game Pass quests too. So it's like you have Game Pass, and then if you get an achievement in certain games, they'll give you reward points for that too. And you can usually get like maybe $1.50 or $2 back every month just by doing the Game Pass quests. So with Game Pass being like $10 a month, you get 1 or 2 back. On the searches alone, you get like 27 cents a day. And unless they do promotions where you get even more. And then you have the quests on top of that, you have the daily streaks. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to save money with that. Microsoft really impressed me, I will say. They don't have many exclusives, which apparently with Project Scarlet, they're looking to kind of remedy that. But for now, at least, they're doing a good job. I'll give them credit. I'm climbing that. Yeah, in a nutshell, that's just why I play Xbox. It's not like I have any super allegiance or anything. It's just... Oh, there he goes. It's just that it kind of lines up with how I like to play. I like the Switch now, where they have the Nintendo Switch Online, where you have the SNES and the NES games. Very great system. I like it. I like when game companies actually give you more for your money. It's very nice. Yeah, I would really love to play the SNES games, but I don't have the classic controller, which I had gotten into before about how Nintendo scalpers are the worst human beings on the planet. With no exaggeration. Ow. Alright. Got a little burnt there. But yeah, that is why I, and probably many, many other people, and this falling Kirby from the sky right now. Ooh, I'm gonna grab that. But yeah, that is why many, many people right now cannot have an SNES controller, because of the amazing scalpers that aren't low-life pieces of trash at all. And how dare you say they are? Oh, what is down here? Oh, okay. Oh, alright, well, that's unfair. Man, I guess when the camera didn't follow me, I probably should have guessed that was going to happen. Alright, let's try this again. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. They're just scumbags out there. Just absolute cretin bastards. They're just not good people. Whoa, alright. You know what, I'm gonna steal that sword. It's gonna make this easier. But yeah, I would love to play the SNES controller, because I'm having a great time with the NES controller. It's very good, very responsive. Very nostalgic, even though I never had the NES. And it's not even really a gimmick, because I know people were saying that it's like, oh, well, it doesn't matter that they're sold out. They're just little gimmick controllers. It's like, yeah, they're not, though, because they're just the controller. It's what they were designed for. It's not a gimmick when it's just the standard thing. A gimmick would be like what the Wii did, where it's all motion activated and stuff like that. Using the controller that was designed for the console is not a gimmick. It just responds like a controller. You know, the one that they built these games around. So yeah, it is kind of annoying when, in order to play the games that they were properly meant to be played with the right controller and everything, the right environment, the only way to do that right now is to pay a dirty scalper. Or, they're actually, in I think January of 2020, they're going to be making some kind of announcement on the controllers, which hopefully is not really an announcement, more of just, hey, we're back in stock. Because I don't know what... Oh yeah, just wait until January of 2020. We'll have an announcement. It's like, okay, announcement doesn't really help me. I need to know solid details. What's it going to be? Just say in 2020 there'll be a restock or something. Just give me something. Because there's also a third-party one that they make where I think it's only $30, so it's literally price for price compared to the other one. where it's actually made for the Switch too, and it's wireless. I think it's made by a company called like 8BitDo or something like that. But yeah, I did hear reviews that it's pretty close, and then it looks close as well. You can tell there are some differences where it's not exactly the same thing. So that's the only thing really holding me back, and the fact that they're going to be releasing them again in January, it makes it kind of pointless to go ahead and buy that one, and then just buy the real one again. So unfortunately, until that point, I will not be playing any of the NES games on this channel. And I've actually just personally been trying to avoid them too, because I want to play them the way they're meant to be played. So I will say, I tried playing these with the just regular Switch, the little Joy-Cons that come with it. I tried playing it both ways. I tried playing it with the Joy-Con sideways, and then I tried playing it with the Joy-Cons together. And neither one of them really felt that accurate, mainly the lack of a D-pad. They're just like circles somewhat close to each other. There's not an actual D-pad made. So yeah, not only the addition of a D-pad, which I have now, I have like a Pro Controller for the Switch. Oh, it's this bastard, the guy. Oh, with the hammer. Yeah. Yep. Die, you bitch. Oh, alright, well, he got me. But yeah, I don't know, I want to play it with the controller it was meant to be played with. Is that so hard to ask? Am I crazy for not wanting scalpers to ruin the market with bullshit? Either way, all of them are horrible people, and they'll get what's coming to them. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I don't know how, in good conscience, you're like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna overbuy this product from a company that, let's be frank, never even stocks the right amount in the first place, so already there's gonna be a bit of a stocking issue. And I've heard they do it on purpose. I'm not gonna start a conspiracy theory over Nintendo products. It just kind of sounds silly. But if it is intentionally, that's kind of it's kind of mean. I don't like that. It's kind of bullshit there. But if it's just them not wanting to sit on a bunch of products, then I kind of understand that. If they're just wanting to create intentional, like the Amiibos, they were accused of that too. So that I'm not okay with, but if it's just them not really knowing how many to stock... Oh, I'm getting better at this, actually. But yeah, if it's just a stocking issue, I don't really care too much about it, but... I just want it. I want to have it. I want to be able to give them money. Sometimes they don't like that. Sometimes Nintendo's like, hey... We want to avoid you giving us money as much as humanly possible. Any chance we could get more money, we will not take. That's why for the longest time, people were starting to boycott Nintendo, because they were making some silly choices back-to-back. In recent years, though, that has been fully turned around with the release of the Switch. The Switch made everyone go, oh, okay. They're amazing again. Yeah, because that Wii and the Wii U... The Wii was actually pretty decent. There's some good games on there. But the Wii U, that was just strange. It was a little bit stronger, and it still had, like, the Wii capacity, but that Wii U gamepad is probably the worst controller I've ever held in my life. Oh, I got a 1-up, though. Nice. But yeah, I can't stand that gamepad. That's actually why the original Splatoon, I didn't even play it that much, and I really liked Splatoon, so it's very disappointing. But, man, that Wii U gamepad just sucked. I hated it so much. There's never any good way to use it. It just always felt clunky and uncomfortable. And then the Switch came out, and that turned around very quickly, so I'm thankful for that. They took the gamepad idea, and then they went into a much crazier direction with it and made it a hybrid console, so I will give them kudos where it's due.